Welcome, everybody. You're listening to the Midnight Exchange. I'm your host, Zachary, and I'm here with Mario. What's up, Mario?
Is it technically still the Midnight Exchange if we're recording this in the morning?
So we're entertaining the idea of now changing everything to the morning exchange. Not, because we're recording in the morning today. Do you want to let everyone know why we're recording in the morning, Mario?
Yeah, we tried to keep it to the Midnight Exchange last night, but unfortunately, some people are incompetent at keeping their streaming softwares. I won't put any names on it or anything like that, but some people just don't know how to do what they're doing, Zach. And so,
hey, bro, I had all that time down there on that recording.
Yeah. No, so what happened for real was my streaming software stopped, just quit on me and didn't give me a notification out of nowhere. And this is definitely true because, well, how many episodes are we in? This is like episode 12 or 13?
I would say this is 12.
This is 12? Okay.
I think so. I think it's 12.
It's 12, and that's the first time that this has happened to us.
Yeah.
So but I like it. I feel way more energized right now than I do.
Honestly, I do too. Way more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I kind of like doing this in the morning. My mind's not,
I think my voice sounds
burnt like the end of the day.
Nicer in the morning too. Kind of has a little sexy element.
Well, you got to
don't agree to that
vocal cords.
Huh?
I was never gonna agree to that. It's weird.
Yeah, no, I got the deeper voice in the morning. I got the radio voice.
The radio voice.
Yeah. All right, man. So let's just take it from the top. And let me know if you hear my chair squeak. You hear that?
I do hear your chair squeak quite a bit.
It's annoying.
Kind of adds some atmosphere to it.
It does?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I feel like I'm just sitting here and I'm hearing some old man over in his rocking chair, just like, hey, Sonny.
I feel like it would be good for like an awkward silence or a bad joke silence where you just like, it's just kind of dead and just.
Yeah, you know what we'll have to do? We'll have to record that. We'll record just the chair, and then we can just put that into the podcast in random spots.
I don't want the listeners thinking something suggestive is going on my end over here, but.
Not rapid squeaking, just like an occasional squeak here and there.
I almost spit out my coffee. All right, so the world is. I looked out the window today. It's not on fire yet, but no, but nothing. It's just we're dealing with this COVID-19 situation.
Yeah,
and I think I'm the only one who calls it COVID-19.
I think you are. Anytime I write it out as COVID-19, but I always say the coronavirus.
Got it.
It's weird, but. Yeah, status update from the last podcast that we had. We were kind of a little lighthearted about the virus. Nothing was much, going on.
We weren't lighthearted about it. We were just talking about the end of
it. We were not being that serious about the intensity of.
Yeah, but we're still not going to be that serious about it. I mean,
we're not. We're not. But it finally has reached us. It's taken a little while, but
one of the reasons
we're starting to see the effects more.
Yeah. One of the reasons I say that is because a lot of the podcasts I listen to have taken the opportunity to be faux virus experts and like increase panic, increase anxiety. The only thing you can really do is just listen to what the CDC says, social distance. I don't want to see your face in person anyways at the moment, Zach. So
yeah, I know. It's pretty bad in the morning, man.
Yeah,
I'm up in here in this like nice Adidas shirt and everything. Yeah, it's so nice. My hair's a mess, and Mario comes in wearing a button-down shirt on a video chat.
I'm ready for business.
Hair slicked back. I don't know what's going on here.
What about that business, boss? Look. Not yet. Well, I don't even have the gel in yet. But yeah, man. No, everything is. I've never seen anything like this. Life has been altered. For everybody, for literally everybody. People are losing their jobs. I mean, I do feel like, and I can't say this blanketed because I don't know everyone's situations. I don't know if you know this, but I don't know everything. But
oh, really?
Yeah. News alert. But some of the most talented people I know have lost their jobs, and not because of anything, but because they were contractors or it was just like a non-essential budget thing, or just based on the industry that they were in, they lost their jobs. And so I do think help is coming their way, and I do think there's going to be a resurgence. I'm hoping that there's like some sort of like mass compassion, mass, you know, I don't know, just leeway given to people where, you know, the tax deadline is pushed back, or, you know, people ease up on rent payments and mortgage payments, because this is not something that, you know, somebody personally screwed up. You know, this is just
like
one day to the next. Yeah, it's like that little monkey from Outbreak. You ever seen Outbreak? We're gonna bring this up. I brought up Contagion last week, and now I'm bringing
Contagion, and I've got that on my list to watch. But
I'm bringing up another pandemic movie called Outbreak, and I don't remember it too much. I just remember my dad we used to have this huge surround sound, like state of the art. Like we had this like home theater situation, and he would replay. My dad's the type of person who replays scenes of his favorite stuff, like for guests. And so we used to have guests over all the time. And there was this one scene where the helicopter's coming down like the jungle in Outbreak. And he would just play that scene over and over. But anyways, Outbreak is about this worldwide pandemic that happens, and it's based on this little devilish monkey that causes this virus. We essentially got hit with the Outbreak monkey with this thing, and just out of nowhere, though. Literally out of nowhere. And now everybody has to stay home. Businesses are shut down. Restaurants are closed, unless you get takeout, I think. But
yeah, you can get takeout. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
Takeout
and there's no toilet paper.
Dude, no, man. I'm surprised. Everyone had been telling me, like, you know, like, everything is gone in the stores. I'm like, everything is not gone in the stores. But then I go to the store like a week or two later, which would have been like couple days ago, and I'm walking through the store and I'm like, it's not that bad, there's still stuff here. And then you get to a select few aisles and it's just completely I
wonder why.
Like people probably took some of the shelves that everything was on. It looked that vacant.
Well, I wonder
any product.
When I heard about all the toilet paper being gone, like I re-looked up the coronavirus symptoms. I was like, is crapping like is uncontrollably?
Diarrhea right there.
Yeah, is that like a serious symptom? Now I do hear like gets out of your system that way, but I don't know. I feel like water is always more important, but
yeah, but the thing is, like, it's not the hurricane. Everyone's freaking out like it's the hurricane. I understand people want to feel like they're in control with everything. I get that, but you're gonna have water. Period. Like. You're going to have water down here. The water is not going to just shut off and stop working like in the hurricane.
I think what it is that people don't believe that. And so what you have is like, think about it. And it's reasonable to not believe it, because if you told me last week, hey, over under, the world's going to literally just fall to shambles tomorrow and everyone's going to have to stay home and yada, yada, yada. Taking that bet?
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to take it? Literally, I come to you. I'm like this man knocks on your door and he's like, hey, you taking this bet tomorrow? Stock market's down minus 3,000. We haven't seen that since, I don't even know what year we haven't seen that since, but
I think it's as low as it was in the 87 or something now.
There you go. It's ridiculous.
It really is. It's been putting a damper on a lot of things, but government's working on it, trying to get some things. You were bringing up something yesterday. I guess they're trying to give some money out to people, or I don't know if it's true or not, or I don't think you fact checked it, but
yeah, the Trump administration keeps on. They hold a daily press conference. The time varies, and one of the questions was, "How are you going to help ordinary Americans?" And they were talking about a payroll tax relief doesn't really get to you until months down the road. And so they're like, we're trying to give Americans checks now. They didn't indicate how much. They didn't indicate who was going to get it. They just said they're looking into it now. So there's no guarantees. They are favorable towards it. And we'll see what happens. It's definitely not like an ordinary stance, but this is not an ordinary situation. So sometimes the solutions have to look different too. As far as the government's response to it, yeah, I mean, you have the same old political nonsense as usual, where the left is saying that we're super unprepared, and the right is saying, the response has been good. I personally think the response has been as good as it can be. I think the travel bans were smart and proactive. But only time will tell. I just find it like super unreasonable to be too harsh on anybody unless there was like serious inaction. But I don't see serious inaction.
Appear to be that way. I've actually heard a lot of Democrats praising.
I did have one of my most liberal friends, praising Trump yesterday, essentially saying, "Hey, I think he's doing a great job." So sorry, go ahead. I interrupted that.
Refreshing. No, I mean that was it. I've heard a lot of Democrats recently talking up Trump and the administration, in how they were handling the coronavirus and how they were, jumping on things quickly.
This is definitely his most decisive, his biggest challenge so far in the White House has been this. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, but the needle multiplies and you can't see it.
Yeah.
Realizing
the haystack is needles.
Oh my God. Yeah. Except the whole haystack is needles and you can't see the haystack. Oh God.
Man. I actually went to Bass Pro on the weekend and everyone is like going crazy. Like almost all right. So I'll take a step back. I was walking to this store and I heard someone working at the store. I guess they were talking to the manager and I walked by them. And the guy said, he's like, we've literally sold out of like over 65% of all of our firearms, and we're running low on our ammunition. And I also found out that that's also the case with all of their warehouses. They're almost all out of ammunition, which is crazy.
Why were you there, Zach?
Why was I there? I had something I had to pick up.
You were going to buy ammunition.
I actually got the last 2 boxes, tiny boxes, mind you, of 9mm while I was there. Yeah, last 2.
I can't relate to some of these activities. Like, I've never purchased firearms or ammunitions.
It's not bad. It's fun to go shooting. I love going to the range and shooting some targets. But.
The only time the only time I've personally been with somebody firsthand was a friend of mine who, the moment he turned 18 or 16, I don't know what the age is to buy a shotgun. For some reason, the age to buy a shotgun is less than the age to buy it.
It's because it's a rifle. You can't really lug it around anywhere.
Yeah, well, he walked straight into Walmart like right after 18 and just bought a shotgun. I'm like, who does that? Who goes at 18? Like, I understand if you live in the woods, but he like lived in Pembroke Pines, like suburbs. Like, what do you use a shotgun for?
At the Apple, I don't know.
Also, this is a person who's very questionable to own a firearm. Not because of hurting anybody else around him, but because he himself is questionable. He's the kind of person who'd probably bring it out on a party and be like, "Hey guys, check out my new shotgun." It'd be something like
hilarious.
That.
That's hilarious.
The fact that he just strolled right in there and he's like, "I want that shotgun right there." I'm like, oh Jesus.
I mean, can't stop him.
Clearly.
But interesting. And I got home that same day. I got home, I saw on the news there was like every gun store around here was basically had lines out the door and was wrapping around the buildings. It was pretty crazy. I can't believe that many people are going out right now. But
on that same topic, people have been told to work from home. I already work from home generally.
Yeah.
How's your adjustment been? You've been working from home since last week, right?
Yeah, actually, on Friday, I think that was the first day I ended up working from home. So I've been. This is going to be the fourth day now. It's Wednesday at the moment. So
are you getting spoiled?
Well, because of my setup at home, I'll say yeah. I've been extremely like hyper focused while I've been here. I've still been pulling about. I mean, recently my days have been like 12-hour days, so I don't get to see the sun too much unless I can somehow get out for lunch. Not that I can go anywhere anymore for lunch.
You don't generally see the sun much.
What?
You don't generally see the sun much when you're working at the office either, bro.
No, I don't. Well, I mean, I have a window.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the top floor. I've got my office has like two big windows, so I can see it if I turn around. But
You do the Don Draper power nap?
I should probably start. I actually wanted to get a futon in my office so I could take a nap there.
Just so you sleep there overnight?
Yeah, I mean,
Is that not a questionable office expense when people say, "Hey, Zach bought a futon"?
No, not really.
Does that go on the company card or your card?
I would make it go on the company card. I'm not going to pay for it. But
Gotcha.
I mean, if it's going to help performance, I don't see why you wouldn't do it. But
Dude, but the Don Draper nap was very questionable. Like if you saw somebody doing that today, you would be like, that's why his door was always closed when he was taking a nap. Because everybody else is working and he's taking a nap, which I personally think the nap is necessary because Don is getting paid for his mind, his creativity. So he doesn't need to be cranking and burning the oil for 40 hours. He just needs to be key for about like 5 hours in the week.
Yeah, something like that. But you also have to think the man is always on duty, basically. Like he gets called, he'll get a call in the middle of the night. Who called him? Hilton called him.
Yeah.
And he had to go out and talk to this guy, and it was literally like, I want to say it was like 1 a.m.
That was a unique
specific
client. He didn't do that for anybody else that I know of, except for like all of the companies that he was having affairs with the women. But
yeah, well, that was
like what was the name of the girl in season 1? That her father owned the Jewish retail store.
Yeah. I'm trying Mensch.
Rachel. It wasn't Mensch. Rachel Mensch.
Something like that.
I feel like that was the one that got away for Don. Mencken.
I do think so.
Mencken.
Yeah.
Rachel Mencken.
Mencken. Yeah, there you go.
Maybe not the one who got away because technically he was married at that point.
Mario, come on, you're a player.
He had relax. Relax. But technically his relationship with her was, it was special compared to his other flings.
It's true. So anyways, while we're doing something new, do you want to tell everyone else what we might be doing new shortly on this podcast?
Yes. We are going to have on the next episode.
Potentially the next episode.
On the next episode.
Okay, I guess it's final.
We're going to have our first guest and working out some situations there. Some different equipment situations and how to set up some things and add some nuances to the podcast, some revolutionary technology like playing audio from an internet video on a podcast and things like that. So we want to have my close friend Rico Cruz, or my close friend Zach's friend, not because anything personal to Zach, just
yeah, I just can't stand the guy. Now you've been on this much longer.
No, my friend Rico Cruz, and he's one of the most talented cinematographers I know, and he knows a lot about film and TV, and it's always a fun time talking to. So we want to get him on the show first. Hopefully he's the first one we get on the show. We got some other names that we're playing with, but you're going to get to know him, get to know them. And it's going to be like a 3-person dynamic where we kind of have a subject focus and have a more focused show all together. Even though we've been pretty decent, Zach. We've been pretty decent.
I think we have been getting much better. I can safely say that.
Yeah.
Getting much more focused on what we want to talk about.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm excited for that. I was playing around with OBS trying to set up some scenes. I just cannot figure that audio capture out. I think I got to go out of my interface and back into my interface to capture it. But
gotcha. Yeah, we
figure that offline.
We're gonna continue to like bring out some surprising content on these podcasts. I have an idea. I'm not getting to say it right now, which I've already talked to you about. But I think we need to roll this thing out. I'll write it up.
We'll have to write it and actually do it.
Yep. So. Go ahead.
I'll let you go.
No. You go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, on a different note, sports.
There are none.
Sports, man.
There.
Exactly. It's the weirdest
next
thing.
topic. There's none. I'm just kidding. No.
It's the weirdest thing.
Look, you know how I am with sports, man. You know how I am. As of right now, last night I was watching old Miami Heat games. Well, not last night, the night before. I was watching old Miami Heat games from 2012. Just getting that basketball fix. I was like a junkie in an alleyway. Just, game 6. You got some of that game 6 LeBron 2012? You got some of that? 46 points, Boston Celtics, Madison Square. Actually, what's the name of I think it's the TD Garden in Boston. It's not That's not Madison Square. Anyways, I was watching some Heat games, and the NBA is canceled to the postponed for the foreseeable future. If they come back, it might be a 70-game season. It might be straight into the playoffs. I personally hope for the rest of the regular season and push back whatever, even if we have a shortened NBA season next year. I'm okay with doing that like holdout season where we had like 50 something games or 60 something games, like whatever, bro. Start us off on Christmas Day. Okay. Mm-hmm. Also push back March Madness, push everything back in the summer. I'll tell you this much: when coronavirus is gone and we're done kicking coronavirus's ass, we're going to have so much great content and stuff coming out. It's going to be like March Madness, NBA playoffs, NFL starts, The Quiet Place 2, James Bond, Cyberpunk 2077. Everything's coming out at the same exact damn time. PS5, Xbox One, Series X. Everything's going to be dropping at the same time. It's literally going to be like, whoa.
Speaking of things dropping, I saw this morning, actually, I was checking my feed. I think the specs for the Xbox One X have been released officially.
They're sick.
I haven't looked at them yet, so don't tell me about that.
Well, now that hold on that note, before you keep going, the PS5 specs dropped today at 1 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
1 p.m.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Eastern
we'll talk about
time.
that on the next one for sure.
Yeah.
In addition to that, though, Apple just released a new MacBook Air and a new iPad Pro.
Yep.
And it looks like it's going to have a keyboard with a trackpad on it.
The iPad Pro looks awesome.
I love it.
I still don't have a massive use for it yet.
Yeah.
I would have to see how sturdy it stands up with that keyboard.
I don't think it'd be that. I mean, I have a keyboard for mine, and it's pretty good as it is. I only think it's going to be better. Plus, the smart connector on it is way bigger now.
Mm-hmm.
Since they revamped the design of the actual iPad Pro.
Well, my birthday's coming up in August, so let me know. iPad Pro.
All right.
If I had to choose,
I'll let you know.
All right, thanks.
I'll let you know.
I appreciate it. On other sports news, I feel like one of the things that is keeping us sane as a country in the midst of quarantining and social distancing is that the NFL keeps on dropping like huge news left and right. And so I think DeAndre Hopkins was traded to the Cardinals for like nothing. Stephon Diggs, a receiver from the Vikings, got traded to the Bills. The Dolphins just spent everything on everybody. The Dolphins just did stuff, which I actually like the stuff they did. And we got like 1 million picks coming up in this next draft. Not to mention our arch nemesis lost their quarterback of 20 years. Tom Brady came out on Instagram and announced that he's leaving the Patriots. He dropped the ball on them on the most important Irish holiday of Boston, St. Patrick's Day, in a time where Bostonians cannot drown their sorrows at the bar in public. So he's gone. He's off the Patriots. And unfortunately, it was a very short-lived free agency. And he chose a very unsexy option.
Where'd he go? I didn't see where he went.
Chose the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ooh.
But it's just not a... You're talking the GOAT. You're talking the greatest of all time. Choosing to end his career on a small market team like Tampa Bay. Like,
I'm not gonna say much for the sports there. I like the city, Tampa, but that's as far as I'll go.
I just have any other quarterback. Go to Tampa. Cool. Tom Brady. No, buddy. You got to
Where
stick
would
it
you
to
have
the.
wanted him to go?
You got to stick it to Belichick. You got to go play in the same division. You know what? Or boss move. Go take Garoppolo's job in San Francisco. You made him leave. You made him leave New England. All right, I'm gonna take your job twice, Popple. Go back to New England. Go see what you can do. Give Bill what he wants. Go give him Garoppolo. Say, hey, trade me to San Fran. I'll see you in the Super Bowl if you even make it that far. Literally, be on your game. Boss move, man. Or go to Dallas. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Look, personally, I wanted him in Miami. He killed us so much that I became a fan. Like, it was like I was grafted in. I was grafted into the Patriots championship run.
Okay.
So I've never rooted against him in a Super Bowl. Actually, I only rooted against him once. That was with the Giants. The year that they were going to have an undefeated season. That was the only time I rooted against him. Because I would like for that to stay with the Dolphins forever. But no, he's on the Bucs now, and it's not sexy. But what can you do? What can you do? He's gonna have weapons at least.
Well, we've got about 2 minutes left, and I am gonna have to jump to a meeting. But you're on the you're on, I think, the 10th day or something. Do you want to talk about that right now, or
No?
Not
right now.
All right. So we'll leave that as a teaser for the next podcast. You have to come back to listen to Mario's story, whatever that may be.
If I tell it on the next one, it may be the next one. Yeah, it'll probably be the next one.
It'll probably be the next one. Okay. If it's not the next one, it'll be the one after that. But
hopefully,
you're gonna have to give us a teaser next time if you don't talk about it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find something for you that you don't want to talk about and put it.
You always.
And drop it on you mid-show.
All right. Fine.
All right. That's the end of this. Then we're done with this. It's gonna be the shortest episode of the.
Pretty much. I think this is gonna be a pretty short one. We're about at 30 minutes, but unfortunately, I can't go anymore. But I'm enjoying the morning exchange here. We might have to start changing all of our branding and put a little half moon and half sun.
I gotta take. Look, I'm taking credit for the little symbol, but you're taking credit for the website. That idea with the website.
You take that.
No, but the website idea of the background changing with the time of the day.
It went at the moment the sun comes up. I want the whole thing to change to like the midday sky. We'll put some clouds up in the background there. Ooh, man, make it nice and bright and blue.
Can the logo also have the rotation of the sun and moon, like as the time is moving? It's also like doing like
be interesting.
It's linked up with a global clock.
That would be cool. That would actually be pretty neat. Maybe.
That's awesome.
We might have to play around with some concepts here. But
I'm hyped about that. Hey, I heard you're watching Peaky Blinders. We'll have to discuss that next time.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go drown in Animal Crossing on Friday. We're 2 days away from that.
All right.
So I'm gonna enjoy that. It's gonna be a relaxing Zen escapist moment.
So I won't hear from you until like this time next week.
I'm gonna be working, slaving away, trying to work off my debt to Tom Nook all weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're just going to try and level up all weekend, but all right.
You're going to try to what?
I think you're just going to try and level up on that game all weekend.
I don't think you can level up in that game. I think you just have like a monstrous mortgage debt and you just have to pay it off.
You're going to pay it down there.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
All right, Zach.
Well, anyways, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for now. Thank you for listening. If you want to go find us, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts. You can go to our website at themidnightexchange.com. You can find us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook at The Midnight Exchange.
The OBS stopped.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm kidding you. Keep on going.
Okay, jeez, man. I was about to say, nah. Yeah, so you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at The Midnight Exchange, Twitter at theme podcast. The Midnight Exchange is too long, so we had to abbreviate that there. So it's a theme podcast. And yeah, if you want to send us an email, if you have any suggestions or anything you want to say, send us an email to podcast@themidnightexchange and drop us a review on Apple Podcasts, as long as it's 5 stars or above.
Yeah, we're not about anything honest and true around here. Just propaganda, 5 stars. 5-star propaganda gang.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Sounds like
put
a
that
2
into a
Chainz verse.
hashtag.
5-star propaganda gang. That's a really bad 2 Chainz verse. All right, guys.
Anyways, all right, we'll catch you in the next one.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.